Buenas tardes, Latinoamérica. Buenas tardes, Florida Central. Y buenas tardes, Puerto Rico. Hoy nos vamos a saludar a Puerto Rico, pero regresamos a la Florida Central. Y hoy les invito a mi nuevo horario, los viernes a las 4, donde vamos a comenzar cada viernes. ¿Cómo se dice? Y como les expresé, hoy estamos estrenando muchas cosas. Estamos estrenando nuevo horario. Estamos estrenando escenografía. Y esto es como parte de aquella sección que yo solía llamar Aventurando en Orlando, pero que ahora, además de Orlando, vamos a estar en otros pueblitos, como por ejemplo ahora mismo que me encuentro en Oviedo, en el Penguin Productions Theater. Este es un teatrito muy acogedor y de eso vamos a hablar con el director de la sección de educación del teatro y nos va a decir todo lo nuevo que viene para este teatro. Y nos encontramos en el Penguin, ¿cómo se llama?
Penguin Point Productions.
Penguin Point Productions. Yo creo que es el secreto mejor guardado de un pueblito que se llama Oviedo, que aquí los americanos le dicen Oviedo. Y nos encontramos con Jacob, que básicamente es el director de los programas de educación de esta compañía de producciones teatrales. La entrevista vamos a ir entre inglés y español dependiendo cómo Jacob se sienta más cómodo. Jacob, how you doing? Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for coming, and I'm great. We're doing great over here.
Yes. Jacob was telling me that it's been almost 3 years, like right before the pandemic, that they started in the theater. And how was that when all of a sudden you're like ready to go and you have to halt everything pretty much?
So, in the very beginning, when we were still in lockdown, we definitely felt, we felt the pressure of not having the students in for the whole time. But once the lockdown was over and summer camps were still allowed, we immediately held our summer camps and our kids' classes and everything else that we could do. And we actually saw a very big actually a big rise in students coming.
Oh my God.
Just because we were one of the only places that was still open and still able to do things. And so the kids all came here and fell in love with the studio, and now they're off doing their things throughout the year, but they also do come back for our summer camps and for a lot of our classes that we have.
And here, it is very convenient because you have almost your own entrance in the Oviedo Mall. Mm-hmm. You have your own entrance. It's actually covered, which is great. Mm-hmm. You know, when you guys have a line, I guess it's definitely a plus. And it's very, very convenient. how you've been doing different kinds of productions.
Hmm.
What kind, like, I
So,
mean, it's very small, but it feels like so homey.
yes, we have done a lot of productions in this space. We have been able to take bigger shows such as Into the Woods and Sweeney Todd and bring them into this space and make them work really well. We have done smaller shows such as Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf or Perfect Arrangement and made those things happen in here. And we have even done certain international shows. We had a flamenco show called El Amor Brujo, and we had that go on last year, no, a year and a half ago. And then just this past summer, we had Romeo and Juliet, but it was a bilingual version.
Oh.
And so they were, doing everything both in Spanish and English. And we try our best to work with a bunch of different communities and doing a lot of different things. And so there's always something happening here.
Wow. I'm going to start keeping an eye out for that, and I can imagine that we are le estamos extendiendo la invitación a toda nuestra audiencia por ahora, que pues que sean bilingües, aunque vienen producciones. There are some productions that will be more targeted to the Latin American public.
Yes.
You were telling me more flamenco and more things of that nature. The floor is wonderful, so they're going to do good with the flamenco.
Yes. We have a particular director here. His name is Gabriel Garcia, and he does his best to do Spanish language productions whenever he can. And so we're really grateful to have him. And he is basically our flamenco teacher whenever we have anything flamenco oriented.
Going back to the education part, that is your forte pretty much. What are the ages of the children? And more or less, we know we're all strapped for money, for cash, and we know there must be a cost, but are there any forms of assistance for children who might want to explore this?
So we do our best to try to keep things as affordable as possible. We service students of all ages, from age 5 all the way through to adult, and we have our classes right now at $125 per month, so just a little bit over $25 per class. And we see that that is going to be the best that we can do right now for our students. As we do have our population increase, we do hope to maybe have scholarship programs and things like that that students can do. During the summer, we do have a limited internship program where the students who participate in the internship are able to take camp for free. And so that is one big investment that we try to make every summer into a handful of students so that they can come, they can really produce their craft even better, and they are able to get camp and get experience and just have a good time here without having to worry about money too much.
Oh, that's wonderful. And let me tell you, this is more my interest. What classes do you have? I mean, I would think, of course, performing and so forth, but dance?
Yes, so all of our dance classes are run through Imagine Dance Company, which is our third-party affiliate. They're actually right next door to us. So they handle modern dance, hip-hop dance, which are both two dances that I teach, plus ballet, jazz, tap, and a lot of other things. Here on this side, we offer acting classes, we offer improv classes, and we offer musical theater classes.
Improv is completely worth it. I mean, that's one thing, especially in this era where we're doing so many live shows and all kinds of things can go wrong, and you can just improvise on that. In fact, we're here because at the time we are taping this interview, the production Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, Quien le teme a Virginia Woolf, is actually going on stage during these weekends, and we'll put the information on the bottom. basically, when it came to improv, the first thing I thought was, let's not sit on the set, because if we move something and one of the actors is supposed to touch something and it's not there, they're gonna have to do some improv. I was thinking that's what I was setting up, but because it happened, I did a little bit of theater and television in Puerto Rico. And I'll never forget, I was in a play and the phone was supposed to ring. And it was part of the line of the play. And I don't know, the sound person fell asleep or something. And the actor actually walked to the phone and he said, "Oh, I have a feeling," because it wasn't ringing. "I have a feeling the phone is gonna ring." And he picked it up, and after he brings it to his ear, it rang. So yeah, improv is very, very important to the life of an actor.
Yes.
So Jacob, thank you so much for having us. We will be keeping up with your productions. If there's anything you need, please let me know, or actually just, send me the flyers and I'll put it in my events section in the show and on my events page of the show, which is como se dice eventos en la comunidad.
Okay.
So I will be very happy to promote this. It's local. It has that southern feeling, and it's in another different town that, even though this section is called Aventurando en Orlando, the truth is that it is only, it took me 20 minutes to get here all the way from South Orlando on the expressway. So thank you so much, and I wish you guys a lot of success.
Thank you as well.
Thank you. Yo quiero agradecerles, por cierto, quiero agradecerles a la gerencia de acá, de este otro teatro donde estamos transmitiendo el programa de hoy, el Penguin Production Theater, y especialmente a Jacob, que fue tan amable, que nos proveyó todos los acomodos, nos dejó las luces prendidas, los aire acondicionados prendidos y todo. Así que vamos a pasar ahora con los regionalismos y regresamos a despedir el programa. En el día de hoy presentamos los regionalismos de Puerto Rico. Regionalismo se le llama a una forma de hablar en varios países. Eso significa que una palabra puede tener un significado en un país y en otro distinto puede tener otro significado o varios significados. Soplapote. Un soplapote es una persona que no es importante ni tiene poder. Realizar. Realmente es un anglicismo proveniente de la palabra realize. Quiere decir, o la persona quiere decir, darse cuenta o notar. Trasunto. Tener un trasunto o dársele a alguien un trasunto es que tenga un parecido con otra. Un fufu. Cuando a alguien le echan un fufú, es que le han echado un brujo o un hechizo. Un fañoso o una fañosa. Un fañoso o una fañosa es una persona que habla con pronunciación nasal. En algunos países de Sudamérica le llaman gangoso. Y cuando uno tiene una macacoa o le ha caído una macacoa, tener una macacoa es tener mala suerte. Y ahora, ya saben, en Puerto Rico, ¿cómo se dice? Y bien, ahí tenían los regionalismos de Puerto Rico. Claro está, con la música de salsa de fondo. No me pregunten por qué tan bajita, porque ustedes saben que ya hemos hablado acerca de los derechos de autor y si no me cierran el programa. Así que ya estamos en la parte final del mismo. Yo quiero agradecerles que me hayan acompañado hoy en el nuevo horario a las 4 de la tarde. Y les invito a que regresen la semana que viene, pero también tengo a otro invitado estrella. Si usted quiere, número 1, tengo oportunidades todavía abiertas para auspicio durante muchas de las entrevistas que tengo ya pautadas para lo que queda del resto del año. Yo quiero agradecerles a la comunidad. Parece que lo que yo tenía que hacer era moverme para los viernes, porque ahora mismo tengo ya el resto del año con entrevistas cogidas, muy para mi sorpresa. Dije viernes a las 4 y todo el mundo, ok, fantástico. Parece que, porque nadie me dijo que los miércoles a las 9 no iba a funcionar. Aunque la verdad es que sí entiendo que muchas personas sí me acompañaban y que claro está, siempre pueden ver el programa a su hora. Y entonces a su hora nueva de ahora va a ser los viernes a las 4 de la tarde. Conéctense el próximo viernes a las 4 en otra edición de ¿Cómo?